Well, he says that he's not losing any sleep over racism charges against him. Former President FW de Klerk says what does keep him awake is the loss of South Africa's reconciliatory spirit.
De Klerk spoke at the 26th anniversary of his February 2nd speech, in which he unbanned political parties and announced the release of political prisoners.
FW de Klerk's speech on this second day of February had a somber tone. Deep concern over the increase in racial tensions in recent weeks and fear for the country's nation-building project. He says it goes against everything his foe turned friend Nelson Mandela wanted.
I call on all fair-minded and moderate South Africans. Let us say no to all forms of hate speech and destructive dialogue. Let us distance ourselves from extremism. Let us take hands and build bridges towards a healthy, multicultural nation. Let us build a successful, peaceful and prosperous South Africa. Let us revive the spirit and intent of 1994.
De Klerk is less worried about a group of anti-racism activists' plan to lay criminal charges against him and apartheid-era Police Minister Adrian Vlok for gross human rights violations.
The Truth and Reconciliation Commission tried their best to put guilt on me for gross violations of human rights. They did not succeed because my hands are clean. So I won't lose any sleep about it whatsoever.
Meanwhile, former ANC Treasurer Matthew Posa had harsh words over the government's handling of the economy. He warned that unless the ruling party shows more wisdom, the only growth will be in poverty, unemployment and inequality.
Who will remain silent when there are so many challenges on the economic front? Only the dishonest will remain silent. So I'm dealing with economic issues in a responsible manner, saying that we must have our fiscal policies in place. We must continue to inspire confidence for foreign direct investment. We must create jobs. We must make sure that the NDP is implemented. That's not criticizing anybody. That's saying what we must do. In a post, we're committed to do so.
Today's event marked just over a quarter century since everything changed for South Africa. 9 days later, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison, and within weeks, parties sat down to ensure a free, fair and democratic nation. Lukhanyo Chalada, SABC News, Parliament.